Hey, everybody! An old man's talking!
Okay, this is exciting. This is my first moments of my channel. And what this first video is going to be about is who I am and what the channel is going to be about. So what the channel is going to be about is nerd stuff, basically. I've been around a long time. I'm a middle-aged man. I'm in my 40s. And I've loved what people consider dorky stuff my entire life. And I love it all. Like, as I was making this, my notes, I was trying to think of something that is considered mainstream, like nerdy or dorky or, kind of that kind of thing. And mainstream, what out there don't I have a hand in or I haven't done before? And I really can't think of anything from everything that's I'm on a list out everything I'm into at the end of this. But yeah, so I think I have a unique perspective on it because I've been doing it for so long. I've been around it for so long. So let's just kind of go over the channel's going to be about. I'm going to just critique movies, nerd stuff, comics, where I think stuff has gone over the years and how things have changed, and hot takes on things and stuff like that. Just general stuff. It'll change. Sometimes you'll like the video, sometimes you won't. I've tried to do the videos as close to 10 minutes as possible. I don't really want to go over 10 minutes, but I won't go over 15 minutes is the hope. And so, in the perspectives I give, they might not be your thing. You might think, oh, he's wrong. And that's cool. I don't want to try to offend anybody on this. I'm just trying to give my 2 cents, since I'm going to have to stay completely far away from political as I possibly can. And I'm using a voice changer, and it's because I kind of have an annoying voice. I have a very unique voice too, and I don't want who I am to get out there. So that's part of it too. I just want to be anonymous in this. And my voice is very distinct and kind of annoying. And I talk really fast. So it's going to get to the point where I have to learn on how I'm going to do my videos. I'm new at this. I have never done anything like this before. And I get it's like 2026 and I've been around since the internet has been around. And now I'm just doing it. And I'm doing it in a way that is as cheap as possible. I'm not spending a lot of money. I'm just recording this on my phone. And yes, you might go like, oh, I don't want to listen to this guy because he's such slow production. I get it. I get it. With the channel, I'm not going to put videos on or anything. I'm going to put still pictures on. It's not really meant to be watched, more listened to. And if that bothers you, I'm sorry. But I'm also going to not use AI pictures if I can help it. I don't really, I want to support creators and I want to support artists. I went to school to be an artist and I wanted to be a comic book artist for the longest time. I just wasn't good enough. Nor did I have anybody here to kind of guide me in those days. So what I'm into is, I am into video games. I was around before video games were really kind of even a thing. I had a Pong set. I had an Atari at home when I was a kid. And I was there through the whole arcades and all that kind of stuff, going to arcades and that time period. So I've seen a lot with that in the console wars and PCs and all that kind of stuff. And I like comics. I worked at Atomic Comics in Arizona for the longest time in the early 2000s. I'm more of a Marvel fan than a DC fan. I always have been. But my DC guy was Batman overall, and X-Men and Marvel. I played Warhammer Fantasy, and I play Chaos and Warhammer 40K Mal. I love Star Wars. Who doesn't love Star Wars, of course? Star Trek was part of my first start in fantasy because I loved Next Generation when it was coming out. Or The Rings. I read the books. I loved the movies. I was an adult when the movies came out, and I actually probably think those movies might be some of my favorites. Dungeons and Dragons, played it a ton in high school. Anime, I was there when anime kind of hit. I watched Ghost in the Shell in the movie theater in the 90s. I rented VHSs from Blockbuster Video. So before even anime was popular, I mean, way back when, it was definitely not popular when it first kind of came out. I was there for it. And so I saw how it progressed, and I worked in the comic store when it became huge and all that kind of stuff. And now I'm going to Fan Fusion in Phoenix with my kids. So I think I have a unique perspective on how things have gone. And if that interests you in any way and you think a guy, and I've debated comics and movies my entire life. I've always been hypercritical of all of it. Working in a comic store, guess what? It was every day. Could this guy beat this guy up? Or what do you think about this comic? And so I think why I've decided to do this is I see these younger guys and they say things sometimes and I'm like, that's not kind of accurate. I have, and understand, I come from a perspective of growing up in Arizona, which is a very, large state and stuff like that, and how things have changed here and that sort of thing. So maybe everybody's experience is a little bit different, but we're just going to go play it by ear. So my first video probably is going to be a Star Wars video. Mandalorian and Grogu just came out. and maybe we'll talk about that. I always love to bash on the prequels, so maybe we'll start with that. I've grown to love the prequels more than I did when I first saw them, so maybe the first video will be bad, and we'll start with Star Wars that everybody loves, and the route it's gone, maybe, and we'll see what we do. I think it's going to be probably a prequel thing. All right, so, but if you like that and wish you maybe subscribe, get me going here. I would appreciate it. All right, thanks.